Gonzalez.
Hello.
My name's Araceli. I'm gonna be your nurse today, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, can you please tell me why you're here today?
Well, I've been thinking about the door a lot. Like, I have to keep the door locked. The door needs to be locked, and it's causing me not to be able to focus or think, or I just have to keep checking the door.
Okay. So, you want the door to be locked, or what is it about the door that triggers you?
The door has to be locked. Like, I just have to make sure that the door is locked. And so lately, I just have been thinking about it a lot, and I can't focus at work. My boss has been getting on me, and so I just keep thinking about the door, and I don't know how to stop. I just need something to help me.
Okay, I understand. So, it sounds like you're feeling very anxious about the door being locked. Can we please focus on what you're feeling right now? So, can you elaborate what makes you feel? What does the door being locked or not locked makes you feel?
Anxious. Like, I need to make sure it's locked. It has to be locked. If it's not locked, then if it's not locked, then I have to keep going back and checking and making sure it's locked. So, like, if I go and it's locked, then I'm fine for a while. But if the door's not locked when I go, then I have to constantly keep checking it. I have to make sure the door is locked.
Okay. First of all, I want you to reassure you that you are in a safe place. So you and me, we are safe right now. The door, even if it's locked or not locked, right here, right now, nothing is bad gonna happen. Like, no one's gonna come in or anything. We have security guards at the hospital. So you are safe, we are safe, and the door is okay, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, you mentioned that something bad is going to happen. Can you elaborate a little bit about exactly what do you think?
I don't think anything bad's gonna happen. There's just the door has to be locked. I have to keep the door locked. When I was younger, my dad always said, make sure the door is locked. Someone came in when I was younger without permission, and ever since then, my dad's always said, make sure the door is locked. The door has to be locked. So I have it in my mind, I have to have the door locked. The door has to be locked.
Okay. It sounds like you want to feel safe. That's why you locked the door, because of what happened when you were smaller. Can you mention a time where you think it started? Like, were you able to get out of your house without locking the door so many times, or like checking when you're inside? Was there a time before?
No.
Do you recall?
Maybe whenever I was younger, my dad used to lock the door, so it was fine. But I would always go check it, but my dad used to take me to go check the door with him, and then after that it was fine. But as I got older and I lived on my own, I had to make sure the door was locked. The door has to be locked. If the door is not locked, I start to panic, and I had to keep making sure the door is locked.
Okay. Is there any certain day, certain time of the day where you don't check the door as often, or you don't think about it as often?
When I'm sleeping.
Other than that, when you go out or something?
When I'm distracted, whenever, I don't know, like, even whenever I'm at a restaurant, I always look at the door. Like, I have to look at the door to make sure that the door is locked. The door can be locked there, but I have to distract myself to make sure that, the door is not, it's okay. But nothing is helping. I don't know why, I just need to make sure the door is locked.
Okay, don't worry. Nothing bad is gonna happen. So you don't have to think about it so often, okay? Don't worry. You're gonna be okay. Okay. I think it's all in your head. You are thinking and thinking and thinking about it. That's why you're constantly, it's on your mind,
Yeah,
right?
It's in my head. Yes, I agree with that. That's why I need help. I need help so that way I don't have to think about it so much. That way I can focus on work so my boss doesn't get mad.
I understand. I understand that. I understand that you're feeling anxious and you worry about what could happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed about how the door and how many times you have to check it. So let's formulate a plan that's gonna help you keep your mind off of it, or make you feel safer, at least, so you don't have to check it so many times. Okay? Okay. Is there anything in particular you enjoy doing, you like to do, that keeps your mind off of it?
Well, I like to watch TV and read a book. Sometimes whenever I'm focused in those, that I don't think about the door, but eventually I have to go check the door. I have to make sure the door is locked.
Okay. How about when you leave the house?
The door is locked. I have to make sure the door is locked. Sometimes I even go back and make sure the door is locked several times before I make it to my destination. Sometimes I wait till I have to be right at work and then do that, and then I can get to work in time, and I just check the door once. But even then, the whole day, I'm focused on, did I lock the door? Did I lock the door? Did I lock the door?
Okay. How about when you are in a hurry or when you really have to go? Do you still check it a lot of times?
No, I check it at least twice. But then wherever I go or whatever I'm doing, I'm thinking, did I check the door? Did I lock the door? Is the door locked?
Okay, the door is always on your mind.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you've been able to successfully leave your house before, have you?
Yes.
Without checking the door so many times?
No. I at least have to check it twice.
Okay. All right. So in order for you to don't check it as many times, or at least lower the triggers, or don't be so anxious about it, I recommend that you attend cognitive behavioral therapy or group therapy. Do you know what those are?
I don't know what group therapy is.
Okay, so people that are struggling with situations similar to yours, people that maybe they don't check the door, but they check the stove, they check their cars or something. They reunite in a place. Everyone talks about their certain triggers, how they feel, how they manage it, and you guys can share tips that help you with the anxiousness, with the worrying, right?
Do you think it'll help?
I think it could help you, yes. Would you be open to try it?
Yeah, I'll try anything. I need to be able to focus at work.
Okay. Other than the group therapy, I think it would be more beneficial for you the cognitive behavioral therapy. That's when a therapist is one-on-one, so only you and him in the room. You guys talk about that. He asks you questions. He asks you what might happen, things from maybe when you were younger, when that happened, when someone broke into your house, and he could get into the where this triggering, where this feeling of anxiousness was born.
Okay.
So the therapist can help you figure that out, and then he can help you tips or treatment, some other kind of treatment, like he would recommend something else that's gonna help you lower that. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions? Okay. So that's our plan to manage the anxiety and the overwhelmness. So you're gonna go see a therapist if you choose to. I highly recommend the therapist.
Do you think I have anxiety?
Not exactly. I think you have a disorder where that when you were younger that triggered it, and then now you feel just not safe. So it can be anxiety, but that's not like the diagnosis. I don't know if you've been diagnosed with anything else. Have you?
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Okay, that's it. So yes, that anxiety has a lot to do with that. So yes. Do you take any medications?
I haven't for a while.
Okay. Have you thought about harming yourself or others?
No.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's my plan. I think that would really be beneficial for you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.